Well, folks, I was trying to find an injured deer. I got really upset this morning. My husband and I were out here, and we were up the top of the stairs. Right there, I was sitting right there, right before he came down the steps. And I was talking to my husband, who was over the other way, and all of a sudden I heard a bunch of rustling in the leaves underneath my feet. And from right here, underneath my feet, came out a deer. And she circled around this way. She circled around the car, and she came around here, and she went over to right here. And she stood, and I'm talking to her. I said, "Oh my gosh, you okay, baby?" I'm just talking to her like baby talk, right? It's a young doe. She looks like she's this year's fawn, honestly. She's this year's fawn, I do believe. Just a large fawn. And she was dragging her left front leg. It was flopping like it was rubber. And then she stopped right on the other side of these stumps that I put here to keep people from driving over my septic tank. And she was licking a wound at the very top of her leg, right where it bends at the joint going into her chest. There was what looked like a bullet hole. Her leg was completely useless. I think it shattered the joint there, probably. And I was so upset because I thought, this is a fawn. This is not something you should be shooting at. What's wrong with you people? This is a baby. And some Yahoo moron, Elmer Fudd, shot that poor thing. And she started, walking over. She went behind that Leland cypress right there and stood for a while with us both talking to her. And then she eventually made her way over that way. And I just thought, oh God, what am I going to, she's just going to keep going. Just her leg was useless. And I think she's obviously not going to make it because she can't run from predators. And why do these people shoot at just a movement? Why in the world do they not see what they're shooting at? This is how people get killed in their own backyards. Text that, it just tears me up. I can't stand it. And I mean, the dog, you can't even shoot it for food. The poor thing now is injured where it's going to die a horrible death at the teeth of coyotes or whatever around here. Well, when I went back to the barn, and I did my chores, and I opened the back roll-up door, and she was underneath a pine tree, one of those white pines that has those drooping branches. She was under a white pine tree right outside the chicken pen. Well, I said, "Hey, sweetheart," and I'm talking to her, and she's just looking at me calmly. She looks like she's getting calmer by the second, because that's why they hang around here. Nobody bothers them. And that one has been hanging around anyway, but it wasn't injured. So I'm thinking, this is the one that's been hanging around, nibbling on my little planting pots, and not much left to eat around here except for some of the grasses and stuff that's growing on the ground. And I'm thinking, this poor thing came back to where and it's a she, where she knew she was safe to hang out here. I'm like, you just stay here, dear. You just stay right here. You go ahead and stay right here. And I don't know where she was, and I went for my phone for a camera because I like my phone has a better zoom than my camera. And she was hanging out. See, there's the roll-up door right there. Straight across from it, there's a pine back there, right behind that double oak right there. And she was just hanging out under there. I talked to her, and then I came back through the front and went up to the house, where she probably couldn't even see me till I got to the house. And got my phone, and when I came back, she was not there anymore. She'd gone on. She'd been discovered again. So, I don't know. I don't have anything against deer hunting for food. I do have a problem with trophy hunters. I don't like that. I think that's disgusting. Seriously, I don't like it. I don't like it. Now, she was not a trophy. She was a baby. A baby. Some Yahoo shot at what he thought was a doe, but it was a baby. And now we've got a crippled deer over here who's probably going to hang around on the property as long as she can. That just really made me angry and upset this morning. Now, if you're going to shoot, you shoot to kill. You shoot for food. You don't just shoot willy-nilly at whatever moves. Lady Hawk's husband was riding a horse one time, and somebody shot the horse right out from under him. And the hunter comes running up, saying, "That's mine, that's mine." And he's, oh gosh. And he said, "Do you mind if I get the saddle off of it first?" Hunting season is a dangerous time in there. Here we're right smack dab in the middle of it here. Now, I'm over here where she was, and I don't see her. That big white pine over there runs right up beside that oak. That's where she was, underneath those branches, directly across from my barn. I just don't know where she went. Because the whole place is fenced. She couldn't jump a fence, I don't think. She may be down there. There's a pine tree down there that, let me see if I get closer. Pine tree that's just laying on the ground because it fell over in a storm. It's uprooted. It's been laying there. I guess it's still attached to part of its cambium layer because it's still growing. It's still alive. But she may be down in there in that or the tall grasses over that way, beside the pen. I don't know. Well, I don't know, but it just torques me when I see things like that. So I guess I'd better be careful on my own property. I don't have a bright orange sweatshirt. My husband, I used to have a big orange t-shirt, 3-button Henley type shirt that I got in the men's department. It was on sale for a buck. And I thought, oh, I'll take this big old shirt. I can wear this around here. Of course, I weighed like 30, 40 pounds heavier then. But it was huge. And so I bought that, and I called it my "Don't Shoot Me" shirt. So I need a "Don't Shoot Me" sweatshirt, I guess. I don't know. Anyway, that's the story, and that's why I got angry this morning. You big lug. He is so big. I wish you could understand how big this boy is. Yeah. And Nathaniel's coming to stalk me. The guy's coming tomorrow, unless he changes his mind, to take Nathaniel. Yep. He comes from great stock, but he's already been a little bit of a problem here, so I can't exactly sell him for a premium price. I just said, he said, "What do you want for him?" I said, "Voluntary feed donation." I mean, if he wants to give me $5, that's fine. At least he'll be in a different situation. He'll be gone for this winter. And establish a new place, maybe have his own hens. I would say he's probably going to have his own hens. I hope somebody... That's okay. What's the matter? What's the matter? What's the matter? It's okay. He's a good Angus. It's a good Angus. Yes, he is. He's a good Angus. Yes, you are. You are. You're a good boy. Such a big boy. Okay. Just missed it. Probably a good thing I might have dropped my phone. I didn't drop my phone anyway, but I was coming up there. I just finished recording that, and I walked up here, and Nathaniel started stalking me. And I said, "Just get away from me." And I walked past him, and he ran at me, and he actually hit my legs. And Angus came running and kicked his butt. But he's done it now. He's completely gone over the edge, and I'm not putting up with that crap. I have to tell the guy now, he's finally flogged me. So if you want him, have him. If he gives you trouble, put him in a pot, is the only thing I can say. He's going to drive a couple hours to get this boy. So I don't know what to tell him. Some people think that's fine. I don't think that's fine, and I'm not putting up with it. I mean, I can still feel it. My knee is still throbbing where he hit me right on my knee. What if he hit me in the back of my leg? And I was unprepared for that. You see what I mean? This is why you can't keep a rooster who's aggressive. Well, now I have a really good reason to get rid of him, and if he may have to have his throat slit here. I won't rehome a rooster without full disclosure about his nature. I will not. If nobody wants him, well, why would he drive 2 hours to get a rooster who's going to be aggressive and then have to put him in a pot? He's not worth the 2 hours drive. Not at his age. He's not filled out enough. Yeah. Get him, Angus. You get him, Angus. Good boy. Yeah, Angus don't like him. He's never liked him. One way or another, you're gone. And if that guy doesn't come, I'm going to call the guy who took the other 5 boys. And let him put him in a pot. I don't want to mess with it. I don't have time for it. I don't have time for bad boys. Look at him. He's still coming back up here.